Welcome to the Motormouth YouTube channel. I'm Zach.
I'm Andrea.
And this is our top 5 subcompact SUVs for 2025. Now, a lot of people are going to write, what about the RAV4? What about the Tucson? That's one class bigger. These are the smallest crossover SUVs you can buy, and we're doing it a little differently.
Yeah, in the past we've done it in alphabetical order, but this year we're going to be drawing 4 out of a bag, and then we are going to pick our top pick of 2025.
Okay, get your hand in there, Andrea. Grab the first one. See what comes out.
The Toyota Corolla Cross. What I love about this option is there is a hybrid and a gas model, and Toyota has all the updated technology in this subcompact vehicle.
So what it doesn't have is a wow factor. There's no real wow factor to this. What it does is it just does what it says on the box. It's good, basic transportation. It has some nice features like an available liftgate. You don't see that on all of the vehicles we're going to list here. A very simple, some might say too simple interior, but as Andrea mentioned, it does have the advanced tech.
It's a little bit basic compared to some of the others in this class. It doesn't have all of the available features that another one coming up on our list has, but it does the job right. We find the gas model on the highway does get louder for sure. It's like the RAV4 gas model. But the hybrid is much better, so you'll enjoy that. We did find the steering a little bit vague in the hybrid model, but it's priced well. So you can get the hybrid model and you can start saving at the pumps. There is no other hybrid at this time that's available in the subcompact class.
So after driving the hybrid version, which is the one that we would choose, got out of it after a week and we're like, you know, that does everything well. It's a good commuter vehicle. Nothing fancy, but that's what you get.
The gas model has a 2-liter 4-cylinder matched to a CVT, 169 horsepower and 150 pound-feet of torque. Front-wheel drive and all-wheel drive options are available. The hybrid is a 2-liter 4-cylinder with a hybrid system. It's matched to an eCVT and gets a combined 196 horsepower.
Here are the reliability scores. J.D. Power gives the Corolla Cross gas and hybrid models a reliability score of 80 out of 100. Consumer Reports gives the gas model 66 out of 100 and the hybrid 75 out of 100.
Here's the pricing. We'll start with Canada first and then move on to the U.S. Canadian pricing includes freight, PDI, and fees. The base model starts at just over $30,500 and goes all the way up to just over $39,000. In the U.S., the base gas model starts at just over $24,000 and goes up to just under $28,500. In Canada, the hybrid starts at just over $37,500 and goes up to just under $40,500. In the U.S., just under $28,500 and all the way up to just over $31,500.
Here's the fuel economy for the base gas model with all-wheel drive. 8.1 liters per 100 kilometers city, 7.4 on the highway. That's 29 miles per gallon city, 32 miles per gallon highway. For the hybrid, it's 5.2 liters per 100 kilometers in the city, 6.2 on the highway. That's 45 miles per gallon city, 38 miles per gallon highway.
Here we go, our second pick out of the bag.
Ooh, a lot of features in this one, Andrea. It's the Kia Seltos.
Well, the Kia Seltos is definitely the value leader with available features, and it's priced just right.
Yeah, so if you want to have the most stuff you can get in this class of vehicle, Kia offers that. So if you want things like a power liftgate, ventilated front seats, what other things can you get?
Yeah, heated rear seats, a power driver's seat, power passenger seat. These sorts of features are typically not available on every model in the subcompact class. You'll find on our list that they add a few here and there, but that's where the Seltos really shines. And you don't have to go up to the top trim to get the 1.6T powertrain to get all those features. Even with the base engine, you can pick a trim that has many of those features.
Yeah, so they have a base gas model, then they have a turbocharged gas model with an 8-speed automatic. They got rid of the dual clutch when they did an update on this model. But you know what they don't have, as Andrea mentioned at the beginning, there's nothing else on this list that offers a hybrid, but it does come packed with a lot of stuff.
And it's comfortable. I really like the seating position in the Seltos. You feel like you sit up and over the dash, and the visibility is really quite good. course, it has lots of standard safety features as well.
The one nice thing that Kia has is it does have a CVT, but it's a chain-driven CVT, and it's a lot snappier out of the pocket, and it is noticeable.
They call it an intelligent variable transmission. The base engine is a 2-liter 4-cylinder with a CVT, 147 horsepower and 132 pound-feet of torque. Front-wheel drive and all-wheel drive options are available. The more powerful engine is a 1.6-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder with an 8-speed automatic transmission, 195 horsepower and 195 pound-feet of torque. Standard all-wheel drive.
Here are the reliability scores. J.D. Power gives the Seltos an overall score of 83 out of 100, and Consumer Reports not as good, just 64 out of 100.
Here's the pricing in Canada. It starts at just over $28,000 and goes all the way up to just over $42,000 for that 1.6T. In the U.S., just over $24,500, and it goes up to just over $31,000.
Here's the fuel economy. The base 2-liter, 8.8 liters per 100 kilometers in the city, 7.5 on the highway. That's 27 miles per gallon city, 31 miles per gallon highway. For the turbo, it's 9.4 liters per 100 kilometers city, 8.7 on the highway. That's 25 miles per gallon city, 27 miles per gallon highway. All right. Couple more names in the bag, then we're going to list our number 1 pick in this category.
There we go. Up next, the Volkswagen Taos. We recently reviewed the 2025 model. We were at the drive event. And one of the reasons why it made our list, even though it has had some reliability issues, is that most of the things that we complained about the 2024 model, Volkswagen fixed. Things like adding more power, eliminating the dual clutch transmission that many didn't like, and offering larger standard screens.
Yeah, and it comes with Apple and Android out of the box. Now, the one thing I like about, there's two things actually I like about this vehicle, is we just mentioned the Seltos, right? So if you want to get their 1.6-liter turbocharged engine, a little bit more performance, you have to go up to their top spec vehicles. With the Taos, it comes standard with a 1.5-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder, the new updated 8-speed as Andrea mentioned. So when it comes to actually driving dynamics and fun, I think it's one of the best in this category. And then the other part, the second part for me, is the size. If you can't afford a compact SUV, Taos offers a lot of rear legroom, good cargo space. You can get by with this. This is perfectly good.
And also, you know, in the past, the interior was a little bit cheap and cheerful, I would say, with the materials. Well, Volkswagen has also addressed that, and they have made it feel a little bit more upscale. There's even an available 10.25-inch digital driver display. When we asked Volkswagen about reliability issues with the brand in general, they did say that it is their number 1 priority. Fuel economy is also pretty good. I'd love to see a hybrid offered in this model.
Yeah, they used to have a Jetta hybrid. People don't even know that car existed. So hopefully they can bring some of that tech into this lineup. But you know what? We're a Volkswagen family. We own a GTI. So sometimes if you like the brand, you're willing to look past some shortcomings because you just like the car.
Also, one thing I don't like, and we did speak to Volkswagen about this, is it comes standard with wired Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. You have to move up one from the base model to get wireless. Now, at first, it comes standard with an 8-inch touchscreen. So I was wondering, is that base model touchscreen different than one up from the base? It is. Although it looks the same, it's just not capable at this time of wireless. I'd like to see them add the 8-inch and give us wireless. The Taos comes with a 1.5-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder paired to an 8-speed automatic transmission. It has 174 horsepower and 184 pound-feet of torque. That's an extra 16 horsepower compared to the outgoing model. The torque number stays the same. Front-wheel drive and all-wheel drive models are available.
Here are the reliability scores. J.D. Power gives the Taos a good overall score of 79 out of 100. Consumer Reports less favorable, just 50 out of 100.
Here's the pricing in Canada. It includes freight, PDI, and fees. The base model starts at just over $32,000 and goes up to just over $41,000. In the U.S., it starts at just under $25,000 and goes all the way up to just over $34,500.
Here's the all-wheel drive fuel economy. 9.4 liters per 100 kilometers city, 7.2 on the highway. That's 25 miles per gallon city, 33 miles per gallon highway. Number 1 pick is coming next. last one in the bag. I even forgot what it is. I have to remind myself.
That's it.
Oh yeah, okay, obvious. It's the Honda HR-V.
Yeah, and the Honda HR-V is a great option because it is one of the biggest in this class. If you're not ready to go into the compact class, you're still going to find this space in the subcompact class. I think visibility is very good. The seats are comfortable. It has the same interior design that we see in the Civic, but I have to say that they could offer standard larger screens, dual 7-inch screens as standard equipment in the HR-V. Many of these other brands offer larger screens now.
And also the engine. So I will just say right now, the 2-liter that's in this HR-V is a workhorse for Honda, and it's the engine you really should buy outside of the hybrid on the regular Civic sedan and hatchback. That engine is bulletproof. We have a Honda Civic with the same engine. All of that is true. The 2-liter is great. It's underpowered in this because Andrew mentioned it's quite big and it's all-wheel drive, available all-wheel drive. This engine just is adequate. I wouldn't give it anything more than it's barely adequate. I wish they did what Volkswagen did and offered their 1.5-liter turbo that is available in other Honda products. In this, it would be a nice match. I suspect a hybrid's coming eventually, but we don't know anything specific.
A hybrid would be terrific. The same powertrain that's in the Civic hybrid would really take care of those power needs for the HR-V. But I think if you're doing mostly city driving, you're going from A to B, it's going to meet the expectations power-wise. It's when you get it on the highway, you got to pack a lunch, stay in the right lane because it's going to take a while.
It's not a powerhouse, but I will say, back to Andrea's point, it's really well designed on the inside. Like, I like the design of all of the features, the space, and all of that. And that's a win. But if you're not somebody that doesn't care about power, and you might not care about power, then the HR-V might be for you.
And my goodness, reliability. I mean, this vehicle has been so reliable for Honda that many people will put reliability on their top of their list, which is understandable. That 2-liter 4-cylinder is matched to a CVT, and it has 158 horsepower and 138 pound-feet of torque. Front-wheel drive and all-wheel drive options are available.
Here are the quality scores. J.D. Power gives the HR-V an overall score of 82 out of 100. Consumer Reports, 70 out of 100.
Here's the pricing. In Canada, it includes freight, PDI, and fees. The base price starts at just over $32,000, and the top trim is just under $40,500. In the U.S., just under $25,500, and it goes up to $29,500.
Here's the all-wheel drive fuel economy, 9.4 liters per 100 kilometers city, 7.8 on the highway. That's 25 miles per gallon city, 30 miles per gallon highway.
And our number one pick in the non-luxury subcompact class is the Subaru Crosstrek. Wow, what a great option in this class. First off, the all-wheel drive system is good. You've got standard safety features, available cameras, many different cameras on this model. And then how about the ground clearance? 8.7 inches, which is best in this class, and the Wilderness model, 9.3 inches.
So if you get into areas of North America where they get snow or they have sort of more outdoorsy lifestyle, places like Vermont and Maine, and then you get Oregon and Washington in the United States, these are very, very popular. If you drive in those states, they're like, Subarus are everywhere. And then you cross the border into Canada where it's winter a lot of the time. This vehicle makes so much sense for people because if it's snowing and it's got a good set of tires on it, you're going to be able to get through deep snow. Quebec is a perfect place for something like a Crosstrek. But when you're inside it, it's very comfortable. And Consumer Reports did a study of the quietest in this class, and the Subaru Crosstrek came out as the winner, as the quietest in this category. 2 engines to choose. Which one should you pick, Andrea?
Definitely the more powerful 2.5 liter. That's the one that we recommend. But also reliability from Consumer Reports and J.D. Power is terrific. You've got updated technology in the vehicle with an available larger screen. Interestingly enough, we talked to Subaru about adding a height adjustment to the manual passenger seat. They say their customers don't really complain about that.
We do.
And we also complain about it not having a power tailgate, which is not uncommon in this class. Interestingly enough, when we spoke to Volkswagen about the Taos not having a power tailgate, Their research shows that their customers do want it.
They say they do want it. They weren't technically able to put it in that platform. So that platform was based on the Golf platform and didn't have a power liftgate. So they couldn't do it. But yeah, I disagree with Subaru. I think once you've had a power liftgate and you have another car in the family that doesn't have it, you do kind of miss it. But I would say overall this package is great. What they also did when they updated this last model, Andrea, they put the price up. It used to be a really good all-rounder and great value. Now it's our #1 pick, but the price is getting up there.
Good news is that a Crosstrek hybrid is coming. It used to be available in a plug-in hybrid, which was difficult to get in Canada. More available in the US, but it has been discontinued. Looking forward to a hybrid for better fuel economy so you can start saving at the pumps. As we mentioned, there's 2 powertrain options. The base engine is a 2-liter 4-cylinder matched to a CVT, 152 horsepower and 145 pound-feet of torque, standard all-wheel drive. The more powerful engine, the one we recommend, a 2.5-liter 4-cylinder with 182 horsepower and 178 pound-feet of torque, standard all-wheel drive.
Here are the quality scores. J.D. Power gives the Crosstrek an overall score of 85 out of 100, and Consumer Reports 80 out of 100, which are the best scores of all the models on our list.
Here's the pricing. In Canada, it includes freight, PDI, and fees. It starts at just over $32,000 and goes up to just over $41,000. In the US, the Crosstrek starts at just over $25,000 and goes up to just over $31,000.
Here's the fuel economy. Remember, this is only sold with all-wheel drive. The base engine, 8.5 liters per 100 kilometers city, 7 on the highway. That's 27 miles per gallon city, 34 on the highway. For the more powerful 2.5 liter, it's 8.8 liters per 100 kilometers in the city, 7 on the highway. That's 26 miles per gallon city, 33 on the highway.
Now, you may have noticed there are some that are missing. The new kicks, boy, we really thought about that one in adding it to the list, as well as the Mazda CX-30 for its engaging drive. They didn't quite make it. The kicks does get up there in price on that top trim. And as for the CX-30, although I love the driving dynamics,
It's too small.
it's too small.
Yeah, that's why it's not on the list. So there it is. It's our top 5. What do you guys think of that? Which one would you choose as your overall pick? Are we right with our list? So make sure you write below.
Thanks for watching. And if you like what you see, subscribe. And we'll see you next time.